Bros and hoes, what's going on? Mike C-Town, number 18 in this vinyl shit. Um, I just checked and we're getting pretty close to the end, kind of. So we're making good progress. So let's jump right into it, huh? Last week we ended on Lionel Richie, and this week we're picking up with another of my favorite R&B slash soul voices, and that's Mr. Smokey Robinson. And this record is called Smokey's Family Robinson. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this because honestly, it's not one of my favorite Smokey records. It's a really old Smokey record. It's back when he was a lot more funky. Not so much with the crazy smooth ass love songs, but it's still a cool record. But I wouldn't tell you to rush out and buy it. I do want to show you the cover though. The cover is pretty cool. Of course, a take on Swiss Family Robinson. You got my man Smokey chilling at the top up there, boy. You also have this fucking weird mulleted Rick Rubin looking ass motherfucker. You also got this this child that's very reminiscent of younger Michael Jackson, and he's dangerously close to this guy's nuts, which is something that somebody should have brought up before this was released. I also kind of want to point out this situation here. This man, this guy right here, he's confuses me quite a bit here because I'm sure it's hot wherever they are, but it's never hot enough for a dude to tie his shirt like that. Just be like this guy. Just take your shirt off and just call it a fucking day. Cause I mean, if this dude, if it's cool enough for him to look like some kind of weird African satanic priest, then you, my friend, don't need to tie your shirt up like that. Not tight. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Smokey Robinson, Deep in My Soul. This is another early Smokey Robinson record, right after Smokey's Family Robinson, but it's a lot better. It's more ballads, not so funky or upbeat. This is that seduce your girl to strip type of music, man. This is that shit you put on and you just try to get sexy right quick. You know what I'm saying? Has some great songs. Of course, the lead off with Vitamin U. Vitamin U, girl. It's been a long time since I've been in love. If you want my love, in my corner. But one song I do want to talk about. You know, a lot of people think this record is really derivative of the times, but I think this record is really, really good. And one of the reasons I think so is because of the last song, the humming song. You know, it has a beautiful piano riff and just his smooth ass vocals, man. And definitely worth purchasing if you see it for sale somewhere for a decent price. Next record I'm going to show you, this is one of my all-time favorite albums, period. This is Smokey Robinson, One Heartbeat. Man, before I even get into the music, let's just look at the cover. This motherfucker, he was killing it. He was killing it. But hold on, man. Look at the back cover. Dude was not having it. My man had the fucking curly hair, that good hair. You know what I'm saying? That damn light-skinned dudes were in style back then, definitely. And he had the fucking the green eyes. Man, hey, if you were a lady and you weren't liking Smokey, something was wrong with your ass. I remember this getting played a lot when I was younger, in the house. And I mean, there's just some amazing songs. Just to see her again, see her again. Anyway, One Heartbeat. One heartbeat at a time. Close your eyes and let your soul unwind. Oh my god, this record is fucking amazing. It's actually the first Smokey album that I heard as a kid, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I fell in love with his voice. Pro homo. Pick this up if you want some really good R&B in your collection, because this is a fucking great record. Next record I'm gonna show you, this is Smokey Robinson, Being With You. This is my favorite Smokey Robinson album, and no bullshit, this might be my all-time favorite R&B album ever made. Yeah. The songs on here are just absolutely amazing. Um, quick run through. Being with You. Being with You is probably one of the smoothest, sexiest songs ever written. It starts with that crazy ass "Ooh," and that sax. "Ooh." Shit is so good. I don't care what they think about me, and I don't care what they say. Hey, if you want to get a chick, remember in Say Anything, John Cusack holding up the fucking boombox? Man, look, that shit is played out at this point. If you want to get a chick, put on some fucking Smokey Being With You, man. If she still doesn't want you, bro, you ugly, let it go. But yes, please, seriously, no bullshit. This record is phenomenal. And there he is again. Showing you, man, Smokey was fucking killing it. Killing it. And check him out, man. He was smooth as fuck, man. Fucking V-neck ass shirt. Smooth ass velvet fucking smoking jacket. Man, Smokey was killing it. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Rosetta Stone, The Tyranny of Inaction. This is one of my favorite goth bands from back in the day. They had two albums, Hiding and Waiting and Adrenaline. And both of those albums are fucking masterpieces as far as the goth sound goes. Really, really, really good. But by the time they recorded this album, they had gotten rid of a lot of their melody, and they tried to go for a slightly industrial sound, and to me it just didn't really work out that well. The song kind of felt bland. It's like a bootleg ass Nine Inch Nails. But I still own this because I love Rosetta Stone. I don't listen to this album very often, so this is not a good place to start. If you like goth and you want to explore that sound, please get Adrenaline first, and then get Hiding and Waiting. Those records are fucking phenomenal. I trust your boy. Next record I'm going to show you is something pretty fucking interesting that I'm not sure many of you have seen, but this is Rush Archives. And what this is this is a 3 LP set of the self-titled album, Fly By Night and Caress of Steel. This is actually pretty neat. I'll show you the insert is just basically lyrics and then pictures of the guys. I mean, I'm assuming most of you guys have heard Rush. If you like rock and roll and you haven't heard Rush, that's just plain fucking weird. The first self-titled album, it's good, not amazing, great catchy rock and roll. Nothing really to write home about. Fly By Night, on the other hand, one of my favorite Rush records. Great catchy rock and roll, right? First record with Neil Peart playing drums and writing lyrics. One of my favorite songs is Best I Can. That song is just great. Don't give me speeches cause they're all so droll. Leave me alone, let me rock and roll. Yeah, good shit. Of course, it's not 2112 or Moving Pictures or anything like that, but it's still a fantastic record. Caress of Steel was an important record because it really saw their transformation from being just a really fucking fantastic rock and roll band to more of a prog rock band, a really fantastic prog rock band. I gotta admit, I don't listen to Caress of Steel that much. Some of the songs I find to be a little bit uninteresting, but still, overall, it's a great record and it's, worth owning. And if you can find this box set, I would definitely suggest you pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Sade, Stronger Than Pride. What's there to say about this masterpiece of an album, right? I mean, it's just amazing. She's amazing. Unfortunately, it's the only thing I have of hers on vinyl. Everything else I have is on CD. And unfortunately, it's a pretty bad copy, too. It's a pretty poor condition copy. The vinyl is clean, but the sleeve is just shit. I need to buy another copy of this, actually. Maybe I'll do that today. But yeah, for those of you that haven't heard Sade, I don't know where the fuck you've been, but she's just an amazing singer. The music itself transcends different genres. fantastic songs in this album. Love is Stronger Than Pride. Nothing Can Come Between Us. I think those are the two singles. But there's still some other great songs on here. Let me tell you something right now, man. You have not lived until you've seen a stripper strip to Paradise. Period. It's a life-altering event. Okay? I'm yours, you're mine, like paradise. Sade is seriously one of those artists that I just think is fantastic and can do no wrong. But yeah, I can't say this is my favorite Sade. It might go to Love Deluxe. I don't know. But either way, if you can find this, this is definitely worth picking up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Samiam by Samiam. This is an awesome record. This is their debut. I got this while I was still in high school. I remember seeing Samiam with, I think it was Lagwagon, I can't remember, and just thinking that they were fucking great. They always reminded me of like Lifetime or Jawbreaker. If you like those two bands, you haven't heard Samiam, you should definitely pick this up. They had that emo punk sound before that sound was really popular, before it was even really labeled as emo punk or whatever. Back when the music was still good, you know, when they still wrote good songs, you know, and it wasn't just about whining about whatever. But anyway, this is a fucking great record, great songs. You know, I wish I had Clumsy or You're Freaking Me Out on vinyl, but this is the only Samiam I have on vinyl. But if you can pick it up, pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Satan, Into the Future. And yes, I did say Satan. This is another one of those records that I just bought kind of on a whim. I can't lie, it's not very good. It's old school thrash, nothing to write home about. You know, with a name like Satan, you'd kind of think it'd be really fucking rad, but it's just basic thrash. But it's got these cool guys on the back. But yeah, again, nothing really exciting. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Satyricon, Protect the Wealth of the Elite. If you haven't heard of this record, don't feel bad. I hadn't heard of this record either until recently. Limited to 300 copies. This is a live Satyricon album. They play some great songs on here, but the sound quality is dog shit. It is on this nice gray marble vinyl. I really only picked this up because Satyricon is one of my favorite black metal bands of all time. But the sound quality is so bad, I wouldn't recommend picking this up unless you got it for a really good price. They play some good songs like Titan Bronze Chains, Filth Grinder, Mother North, whatever, you know. It's cool to have, but not something to seek out. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Scarface The Fix. Shit, man, I don't know that I should really have to say that much about this album. It's awesome. You don't come across Scarface vinyl very often, and so when I saw this, I grabbed it immediately. It has some great songs, of course. In Cold Blood is one of my favorite jams. On My Block, that's my shit, with that piano sample. That's my shit. Keep Me Down is also a great song. Better move on, dog, before I feed your ass to my hogs. It's one of my favorite Scarface lines. But anyway, yeah, great album. If you can find a good copy, a good clean copy of this, you should definitely scoop it up. Pretty cool gatefold with your boy chilling, looking mean as shit. You got your credits on that side. So yeah, pretty cool. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Signs of Life, Coming Forth by Day. This was an amazing find. I found this at a thrift store for like $4. Same thrift store I found that Clips album and a couple others. But yeah, dude, this album is amazing. It's like otherworldly, weird, conscious hip-hop. It's underrated as hell. Kind of reminds me of Lost Children of Babylon, if you were into them, or the first Jedi Mind Tricks album, Psychosocial album. It kind of reminds me of that. That weird, spacey, I don't really know what you're talking about, but it's dope as shit because you're dropping crazy knowledge that I haven't really grasped yet type of hip-hop. Just listen to the song Live and Direct, produced by Big Just, fun fact. That song alone is enough to say that this album is worth owning. I'm going to wrap up here by talking about my Gil Scott-Heron collection. First one I'm going to show you This is Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson. First minute of a new day. This is the oldest Gil Scott-Heron record that I have from like 1975, I think, 1975 or 76, something like that. This is also, I believe, the first collaboration between Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson, who went on to do some other stuff with him. What I love about Gil Scott-Heron is there's no real way to describe his music because it's past trying to nail down as far as genres go. It's a mixture of jazz, soul, funk, Afrobeat, all kinds of shit. He's like Stevie Wonder or Prince in that any title you give him would just be weirdly limiting. But anyway, this is a great album. I'd say that this is a perfect place to start if you don't know Gil Scott-Heron. Nice layout, gatefold. Got your group photos on one side. All these guys looking great. Lyrics on the other, which if you buy a Gil Scott-Heron album, you need to read the lyrics because he has an incredible way with words. He's an extremely prolific poet. But yeah, this is a great album. Next record I'm going to show you, this is another Gil Scott-Heron album. This is Real Eyes. This is another fantastic album. Not too much different than his earlier stuff. Starts off with The Train from Washington, which begins with a nice poetic spoken word piece, and then it goes into the jazzy type of song. Seriously, that song is so powerful. You know, that right there, to me, made me fall in love with Gil Scott-Heron. And there's no bad song on this album. Waiting for the Axe to Fall, A Legend in His Own Mind. This is just an awesome record. Even the song Your Daddy Loves You, which is a little sentimental, even for a miserable fuck like me, I can listen to that song and say this is actually pretty cool. But yeah, if you can find this for a decent price, pick it up. Last record I'm going to show you in this edition of the Vinyl Shit! This is another Gil Scott-Heron record. This is Moving Target. Interesting fact about this album, he recorded this around the time where he had just got done doing a whole lot of touring. And that's why the album is called Moving Target, which I thought was actually pretty cool. But yeah, the front cover is rad. The back cover is even radder. Like, I would love to have that as a poster. Like, he was such a badass. This is just more of his signature soul, funk, jazzy sound. There's even some slight rock elements in there. There's even a bit of a reggae influence on this album, which was a welcomed addition to his sound. Weird thing is, after this record, I don't think he recorded anything for almost like 10 years, which was weird. But this record's really good. I wouldn't recommend this as a starting point though. But if you're a Gil Scott-Heron fan already, then I definitely think you should pick this up. Alright, well, that's it for this week's edition of the Vinyl Shit. Hope you enjoyed it. As usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I will see you motherfuckers next time. Alright? Peace, bitches.